We tried to find something smaller, but I also wanted a sewing room, and I was the only entry.
Well, you're just gonna have to go back to Tokyo and go fabric shopping.
A whole bag of UFOs.
And we're going to Hamilton tomorrow.
I am so excited.
So we made 26 squares.
Wow.
This is Japanese, you know, the sun is their thing. Sushi roll.
Sushi roll. Maybe someday I'll have the talent, but will I ever have the patience? Hi, I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are GrassRoots Living.
About to see the world in action.
Hi friends, we are so glad that you are with us again today. As you can tell, we are still at Camp Branch Campground. We're going to work later today. Dean's already changed into his work clothes. I haven't changed yet.
I normally don't wear orange, but...
Yeah, it's not our best color. But anyway, so we're here, and if you saw our video, I think a couple weeks ago, we met a new friend. Her name is Melissa. I'll link that video right here. And she came in and showed us the quilts that she had in her camper. And now for the next couple weeks, we've got some friends here, and we're going to introduce them in a second. And they have got a sewing room in their rig. And I know that some of you guys want to know how to put a sewing room in your rig. Some of you guys want to say, no, we want to figure out how to put the motorcycles in the rig, but a lot of the ladies want to know how to put the sewing machine in. So they're going to show us how they did their setup and tell us about the rig and tell us some stories about some of the quilts they have and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm going to move out of the way, and we're just going to put the camera on them and let you meet them, and they'll give us a tour and all kinds of stuff.
All right, let's do it.
Hello.
Well, this is Jarhead and Ginger from Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. And it's actually Scott and Allison. So tell us about what you do on your channel and your rig and all the stuff.
Sounds good. Well, we're a full-time RV couple. We're here in our 397 TH right now that we've slightly modified so far. We changed the two couches kind of that were in here before, benches I guess. We took those out and we added desktops. So normally she can be quilting or sewing on one side, and I have the other side for editing. But right now, for the purpose of your video, we kind of have it set up mostly both sides for her quilting stuff. And on our channel, you can just see us doing destination videos and you know, good and bad of full-time RV living.
Yeah, and I noticed, like, you guys have, what is that campground you guys go to a lot? Thousand Trails.
Yes.
So you guys do reviews on Thousand Trails, too, when you go to new ones.
Yeah.
So those are nice, because a lot of people want to know about the different ones. Okay, cool. Tell us who this is.
This is Xanadu. This is my almost 5 months Chinese crested hairy hairless. We also have a Chinese crested hairless named Harry that's 7.5. But she's just a little puppy, and she's a Velcro dog. I cannot hardly put this dog down.
There's a whole video of you, like, when you got her recently. So that's a cute video. Maybe we'll link that below, so if they want to see you going to get your new puppy. That'll be perfect. So tell us what you've got here.
Well, when we were RV shopping, we actually tried to find something smaller. We wanted a smaller RV for fuel prices and just to be able to go state parks and everything. But I also wanted a sewing room, and we want to eventually get a motorcycle. We're shopping right now. So we will have the motorcycle and the sewing room. You can do it too. So like you said, we took out the benches and put in the tables. And this is my Bernina. I started quilting in Okinawa, Japan. And so this is how I set up for sewing days. And I used to have to, before we did the garage, I had to put it on the kitchen table. This is so much better. So I have my machine over here and just little tools over here. And I haven't decorated. We just recently did this modification. So I want to hold this or hang this little sign up on the wall somewhere, and take out these horrible blinds. These are just awful. And maybe make some curtains. I've never made curtains before, but I think I would like to do a little patchwork theme curtain. And just brighten it up in here somehow.
Well, and you have all kinds of cute little quilty things that you're going to show us. You could, oh my goodness, you could do this so cute.
And then this is Scott's work area, so he usually edits here and does, you know, works over here. But I have all of his stuff moved to one side so that I can have my cutting table over here, my little ironing mat here, is folded up. So if I need to iron, I can do it right there. This raises and lowers, so I can set it like this is at the height that it will be for sewing. And unfortunately, they both have to raise or lower to the same height. So if I want to cut, I'd actually raise it up so I can stand and cut comfortably. And this garage wall behind me goes down. So if it weren't raining right now, I'd have much more light in here and a beautiful view of the lake.
Oh, that's right. This is a deck.
Yes.
This is a deck behind you. And you're right, you guys, I'm going to show you. I'm going to peek out here and show you. Look, you see the lake back there? That's what she's talking about. They've got a great view of the lake and the deck here. But yep, it's been raining, and we've actually been trying to wait for a time when it's not raining to film. But it's been raining for several days.
Yes. So when, before we had this, I actually got to sit outside on the deck and do some sewing. And that was awesome because we had other people walking around and they'd come up and check out what I was doing, and we'd talk quilt stories. Mm-hmm. And I even made some new friends that way.
You even told us one of your quilt stories. We have another video with you about how you started like quilting in Okinawa. So we'll link that one. You want to point, we'll show them where we link it. We're going to link it right here.
Right there.
The other video. Okay, cool. Can we see some of your quilts?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, are we going in there? Or?
We'll go in here.
Okay, going this way.
And
oh, this is why he's called Jarhead. Isn't Jarhead like a nickname for a Marine?
Yes.
Okay.
It's another name for just for Marine. Any Marine.
And that's why you guys were in Japan.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. He was in the Marine Corps first, and then we went back 2 times as civilians, working at the same place that he worked. So I'll go ahead and show you. This is the very first quilt I made. And this is called a log cabin. And it's a great one for a beginner. If you're quilters, you know that the center is supposed to be the heart of the home. And we were living in a seafront apartment, so I made the seashell theme and kind of like water with the sand.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the theme of my very first quilt.
That's pretty.
So this is the second quilt, and it was for a contest. The guild that I was in Okinawa International Patchwork Guild, had a contest where you use one fabric. Everybody got a piece of this white fabric, and you had to create something with it. And I won first place in the beginners category with only my second quilt, but I was the only entry. First place, here you go. This is my Christmas tree skirt that I made. This is way too big. We are full-time. So this is way too big to have in an RV. So I tried to sell it, or I tried to give it to my kids. They didn't want it. I tried to sell it, but I didn't try very hard because it's precious to me. So I have been making it work by just bunching it up around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, but you could kind of make a poncho out of it.
Oh yeah,
you totally could. It would
that
just
would
go
be
around
fun
your
for Christmas
shoulders.
Party.
Yeah.
This is my sunburned snowman. I did pre-wash, but he still got red. So he's a sunburned snowman.
Oh, he is sunburned.
And I have the stacked Christmas presents.
Fun.
Here's one of my UFOs. That's unfinished objects. And this is a much smaller tree skirt that I just need to do the binding on. And I made a mistake on the binding, so I haven't. I have to rip some stuff and correct it.
Binding is a thing. Huh?
Yes.
I'm learning.
It is. This is called a mariner's compass.
Oh, that is beautiful.
This is very difficult, and this is, I think I've been quilting a year when I made this at a retreat, and the centers are always hard to line up in that, but it's not too bad for a beginner.
No, it looks good. And look from back here. What does Jenny always say? If you can't see it from a moving train, then it's just fine.
Yes.
I think that's what she said. Somebody told me that, and I was like, oh, I like that. That's pretty.
Thank you.
Oh, I know which one you're going to show, because you showed this to me a couple days ago, and I said, oh, my heart.
Do I have it the right way?
Oh, my heart. I love this one.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
This one I made for my father. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago, so I do have it with me. And my church is making a new prayer room, so I'm donating it to the church. And they're going to hang it up in their prayer room.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love panels. We went to a shop in Virginia, I babe? Was it Virginia?
Yeah, fancy.
Fancy Gap, that had like over 500 panels. I'll link that right there.
Okay.
I'll link it.
Got it for me. This is an around the world. This is a fun quilt to make. If you haven't made an around the world, you gotta do it. It was a lot of fun to make. This is my spring baskets. And this was also done at a quilting retreat or quilting workshop.
And we're going to Hamilton tomorrow.
Yes, I am so excited. That's why we came here, of course, to see them and go to Hamilton. Very excited about that.
Yeah, no, that'll be fun if it doesn't rain.
You can quilt in the rain or watch quilting or shop in the rain, definitely.
You can definitely shop in the rain. And at the Missouri Star Quilt Company shops, they have umbrellas at all their little shops. Oh. You can use an umbrella and take it to the next shop and put it back into their little umbrella bin and take it to the next. Yeah,
that's
super
thoughtful.
handy.
That is awesome.
Super handy.
And this, I don't know if you already have something like this, but I have one. I did not make this one, but this is a pin cushion. It's weighted and little trash bag.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I got it in a gift exchange, but since I already have one, this is for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So sweet. I have seen these and I have wanted one.
Awesome.
So, thank you.
It was made by one of the Japanese ladies in the Okinawa International Patchwork Guild.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so special. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is a whole bag of UFOs, unfinished projects. So I've got several projects in here that I need to be working on.
Look at this one she's working on, you guys. Look at how tiny these little tiny pieces are. Well, maybe someday I'll have the talent, but will I ever have the patience?
Oh.
But look how pretty it's turning out. That's so beautiful.
It's cool because you have all the colors in an order, and then you just cut them differently, and that's what makes the so you're not actually sewing together each square individually, all these tiny squares.
Okay.
You're actually having long strips and cutting them into different widths.
Huh. Well, that's cool. That's beautiful. See, that is so pretty. I love this. And you're thinking that you're out of this fabric?
I think I threw it away.
Oh my goodness.
Or gave it away with my scrap bags.
Look it. Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know, because it's this one is what makes all the fans.
Yeah.
I do need to try and find the same one, same fabric, so I'll have to, I got it, I think, yeah, I did. I got it at the Tokyo Quilt Show.
At the Tokyo, well, you're just gonna have to go
amazing.
back to Tokyo and go fabric shopping.
Wait, what's this one? That's just a kit that I got at the Quilt Show.
Another from Japan?
Yeah. One of the projects from the Okinawa Patchwork Guild, everybody made a Japanese themed square. So here are some of the squares. And I've been procrastinating and haven't turned mine into a quilt, but we sign our squares and we all traded. So we made 26 squares and we traded with each other. And these are all, like that's a Okinawa or Ryukyu hat made by my friend Verna. She's still in Okinawa.
This is the one you should do when we go to hang out with Melissa.
Oh.
Because she's been to Japan.
Oh yeah, look at this.
So,
my quilting teacher Barbie, one of them showed or made this one.
Wow.
This is Japanese. It's the, the sun is their thing. And the volcano, Mount Fuji, sushi roll.
Sushi roll. Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
Look at that.
This beautiful.
Look at...
This lady is a professional seamstress from Sri Lanka. No, somewhere over there, not Sri Lanka.
Somewhere exotic.
Yes. And that is the built Japanese house.
Oh my goodness.
Cherry blossom.
Cool.
Yeah. That's just some extra fabric that I got for it. And that's a tea, Japanese tea cup.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then this is the island of Okinawa.
Oh my goodness.
And this lady works at a quilt shop in North Carolina now.
Oh, really?
She left Okinawa too. And this is the one that I made for.
Oh, pretty.
And it, there's a lot of dragonflies in Japanese arts. And my best friend from childhood passed away, and her dragonflies were her favorite thing. So I love dragonflies too.
Yeah, that's going to be so pretty.
Tell us, hi, tell us below about your unfinished product or unfinished objects. What's your favorite one, or the one that's been sitting there the longest? I still have that quilt that you guys have been helping me work on, and I've been procrastinating because even though we bought a bigger rig just so we could quilt, it's not this big, so we still struggle finding space, really. But we're going to be going to Melissa's soon, the one you met a couple weeks ago, and Allison and myself are going to go over to her place and work on that quilt. So I promise that video is to come. So today we would like to thank Allison, and he's hiding back here, Scott, for letting us, for showing us around their rig and showing us their projects. Okay, you guys, we will take you with us tomorrow to Hamilton, and that will probably be next Friday's video. So watch out for that one. The guys will probably just hang out in Man's Land.
Could be.
We might have to film Man's Land for you guys. Okay, anything else?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. All right, you guys, thanks for being with us today. Until next week, this is GrassRoots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out.